Morning, Ridley College. Happy Sunday. This is episode 2 of Cooking with Mugan. Today we're going to make falafel. It's going to be a great treat. We're going to get little powder of falafel made from chickpeas. It's very healthy. It's just chickpea flour and water. Has some spices in it as well. We're going to get that powder. We're going to roll it up into little balls and we're going to fry it, and it's going to taste delicious. We're also going to make hummus. It's just going to be right out of the can, but I can show you how to make it a little bit special. Join me today as we make falafel.
Okay, so this is the falafel that you can buy in any supermarket. This is a measuring cup that will tell you how much water to use. You could also use these types of measuring cups. You're going to need 1 cup of water. This is the packaging inside the falafel box. It comes with 2 packages usually. You're going to need a bowl about this size, and you're going to want to empty that packaging, which just has some powder, which is chickpea powder, a couple of other seasoning ingredients that are factory made. Just dump that right into the bowl there. Excellent. Get her in there. That looks lovely. Then you're going to add 1 cup of water. Any kind of water will do. You can use any kind of measuring cup. I like my old measuring cup. It's good there. I'm going to fill it up with water. And you've seen some of the... Here I go. 1.5 cups of water. That's too much. So I only want to do 1 cup. So I want to make sure I just do 1 cup. Pour it in there gently. Mix in a bit. Maybe pour 1/2 cup. Mix it in with the powder. Get it in there. Just mix her up. Get her in there. Get all the water mixed in with the powder. Oh, add a little bit more water. Up to about 1 cup. You don't want to put more in. You can't take it out if you put too much in. So I'd go with the cup. If it seems like it's still a little bit too dry in the end, you might want to add just a dash more. Because then we are going to let it sit for 20 minutes so all of the water can soak into the mixture, and we'll be ready to go.
Alright, while the falafel is drying in the bowl and we're waiting to make it into falafel balls so we can deep fry it, we're going to make some hummus to go as a kind of side dish for it. It's a very simple thing. This is a can of hummus. You can buy it at any grocery store. It's pre-made and ready to eat, but I'm going to add olive oil and garlic to it. So we'll show you how to do that now.
Okay, now we're simply going to open this can of hummus and empty it into a nice bowl receptacle. I'm going to use a wooden spoon. You can use any kind of spoon you like, and we'll just get it all in there nicely, and we'll be ready to add some stuff.
Alright, you might remember from episode 1 we talked about oils. This time we're not going to use a canola cooking oil. We're only going to use, we'll save that for when we're going to do falafel. But right now we're looking at garnish, so we're going to look at the olive oil. So if my cameraman can follow me in, I'm just going to make a nice little swirl of olive oil on top of my hummus that I plopped out of the can. Just a nice little swirl around the top, just enough to make it look pretty. So last time we also used garlic. This time I'm not going to break up the garlic into little pods. I'm going to use pre-chopped garlic because I'm lazy and it's easier, and who cares really. So we're going to put that in right now.
You can just add a tablespoon of garlic, drop it in, and you can mix it all up nicely, swirl it around so the garlic and the oil soaks through all of the nice chickpea hummus, and that'll be later for dipping.
Hello, we have waited 20 minutes now for the falafel to soak in the water, and it's ready to be made into little falafel patties. So we're going to do that now. I'll show you how to do that. Of course, I've washed my hands very thoroughly, counting saying happy birthday twice, but just to be safe, I'm going to add a little bit of the old hand sanitizer there before I get my hands into making these falafel patties.
Okay, you just want to get your fingers in there, grab a couple, 2-finger ball, roll it up, and you can make it into a ball. I like to squish mine down into a patty. You can choose any shape you like. And there is 1 little patty, and there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And while that's happening, I'll tell you, you're going to have some oil left over in the end. You're going to want to store that oil properly, and I'll show you how to do that at the very end. But there's the falafel patties ready to go. So I'm going to turn on my oven to a very medium or lower than medium height. That's my burner. Could be an electric burner as well. You want to go less than medium here. And I'm going to start to put in my oil. This is oil that is canola oil. for cooking, as we talked in the last class, not, what do you call it, extra virgin olive oil. It's canola oil. It's going to heat up. Then I'm going to slowly put in my patties after it's nice and got a good steady temperature, not too hot. Once they're all in there, they'll be sizzling away. You can check a little bit underneath. They're going to take about 5 minutes a side, I think, something like that. At least 5 minutes for the first side. You can see them. They should look like something like that. They should be sizzling away. Look, like last time. Call back. There's the rice from last time. Oh my goodness, we're going to have falafel and rice. It's going to be amazing. It's a different rice, by the way. Okay, now I'm going to check. It's been 5 minutes. My falafel's starting to look nice and brown and toasted, so I'm going to start to move the middle ones from the middle out to the outside and kind of turn them over, change the position a little bit because it is hotter in the middle of the frying pan. So I'm going to want to change them around as much as I can, but I'm going to definitely want to flip them all over so that the brown side is on the outside, and then I'm going to let those sit again for maybe a couple more minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then I'm going to be ready to take them out. I'm going to put them on a napkin, and that's to soak up some of the grease. I'll also, when they're all out, I'll take another napkin and I'll put it on top and I'll just pat it down just to take a little bit of the grease off, a little healthier there. Finally, of course, you're going to have hot oil here on the oven, and that's not so good. So we want to make sure we turn the burner off, and you want to move the pan of hot oil. Oops, I burnt my hand. Ow! Why don't you use a towel or something? Okay, there's a towel, and I'm going to move it right to the back there so it's out of the way, safe from little kids who put their hands up and grab things, and we want to be safe. Here's a little kid.
Okay, we've completed frying the patties and drying some of the grease off using a paper towel. We are now ready to display our falafel balls and our hummus that we made early on, where we put garlic and oil into there. And these could be just dipped into the hummus. You could add a lot of other things like tomatoes, onions, pickles are really nice, a nice baba ganoush. And so that's it. Enjoy a falafel. It's a lovely vegetarian crunchy treat. I know we often have them at Ridley, and I miss them. And if you get a chance to, if you're in any major city in the world, you'll be able to probably find a falafel stand, either in a kiosk or in a small sort of takeout place, and they make the best wraps, and they use really great tin foil, and you can load them up with lots of veggies. And a falafel wrap is an excellent thing to walk around a big city with when you're hungry. It's cheap and it's delicious. See you next week, Ridley College.